Can a nigga get in them good?
You're gonna hate man. That's not your hair. Take that kind of shit off your hair. You just go too far with the comedy, man.
Talking about pimping, been since pimping, since been pimping, since been pimping.
It's in your bloodline.
It's in my blood, and you will never be that.
Home is so polluted.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
You're just a flightless bird.
You're gonna hate man.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
Single as French toast.
All these German shepherds.
Let's go. Check the mic volume. We doing a little early. Get this done early. I messed up yesterday. We got to get this work done today. We're going to continue with the how the Pussycat Facts report affects women. Also, we have this white boy talking the type of talk that we talk over here. It's quite interesting, and like I said, people know you can use this Pussycat Facts report for violence. They know you can use this shit for violence. They know what is the kill shot. But more importantly, women know. That's the important part. And we're dealing with a society and the times where equal to men with a hidden secret. So I'm equal to a man with this hidden secret that makes me, unequivalent. It's crazy, man. So I know you niggas like to hear and watch other shit, but this is the work that we're doing. Brothers need to know what's going on, and that's what's going to happen. Maybe some other time. Well, not that. We have the other channel, so brothers do need, maybe we can also get brothers to the other channel if they're not on it. So we also got that going on. But we're going to start with these white boys. I don't know if they're going to flag us or whatever, but sponsor of the show is Real Talk Single Fathers. We got the new setup, so if you niggas, put a comment up or whatever, the shit'll pop up on the screen. But here's everything that we teach over here as an intro to where we're going with this.
That is, it was fascinating to me. I will say, I don't want to keep going back to it, that no one answered, not even the homosexual sort of ally in there. No one on that show answered at any point. And when they were asked, they still kept coming back to what was clearly an expected duty of men.
So the topic is a clearly expected duty of men. What does that mean? Anytime you talk or you hear women talking, they always try to tell you what a real man is and what a real man could do, and real man this and real man that. And that's why we said, well, hold on. You're just talking. What do you have to back up your claim as a real woman? That's why we came up with the Pussycat Facts report, because in the black community, because this white dude knows, and a lot of people know, but for some reason they don't seem to realize, well, homie, all we looking for is pussy first, and then however the woman is. So if the pussy ain't shit, we got to figure out how is the woman. Because once you learn about the pussy, you say, well, damn, that affects her mind and her self-esteem and everything about her. So how, you get to break it all down. But we're not there in society, but a few of us are. Let's go.
All the time.
Yeah.
And men are checking
And what's the very first thing they always say? And you'll see it on every single kind of feminist exchange I have. You're not a real man, right? So you get to make the determination on what men are or aren't, right? Now, what if I said this back to you? Oh, you can't have children? You're not a real woman.
Oh, you can't have children. You're not a real woman. So these guys know. People know. But like I said, the reason why we came up with the Pussycat Facts report, because how can I say this? You see how you see the violence that it appears to be. What if I say you can't have kids, you're not that sounds a little violent. Now it's true. But at the same time, we had to come up with the Pussycat Facts report to kind of put a little light twist on the conversation. The Pussycat Facts report is not so violent.
Determination on what men are or aren't, right? Now, what if I said this back to you? Oh, you can't have children? You're not a real woman. How would that go over? Wouldn't go over
poorly.
Oh, really?
So the men agree it would go over very poorly. Well, who the fuck determines that? Fuck you mean I'm supposed to rock with you? Or I'm supposed to consider you a woman when you are not like the other woman? We're not doing that. And you get to tell me what a real man is based on finances. I get to tell you what a real woman is based on pussy. I don't mind you telling us your finance. Okay, well, let's Pussycat Facts report this pussy. So you cannot have the game not fair. No. Especially when you're trying to play like a man. And you can see right here where men still have that courtesy. Oh, you're a woman, I won't say that. No, bitch. You want to play this equality game? We are wolves out here. Playing in the wolves den, this is what happens.
Right? So you get to make the determination on what men are or aren't, right? Now, what if I said this back to you? Oh, you can't have children? You're not a real woman. How would that go over? Wouldn't go over
poorly.
Oh, it really probably wouldn't go over very well, right?
Yeah.
But if they assign that as a duty that women ought to be moving towards, it doesn't mean every woman can have kids. They can't.
Right.
We know this. But they also should not be trying to.
All right. Now, this is a good point right here. This is a good point. Pay attention. It's not that all women should have kids because they can't. We already know that in class. But listen to this part. This is where the women go wrong. What we teach is they all take that broken, miserable pussy and try to make a prayer unit or some wild shit out of it. They don't do what this guy's about to say.
Ought to be moving towards. It doesn't mean every woman can have kids. They can't.
Right.
We know this. But they also should not be trying to provide an environment where other women are not. They should not be moving in society towards a lack of childbirth.
Right. Just because their pussy is fucked up, they should still say, look, sis, you got to work in pussy. I wish I had one. You need to get out there and have them babies. They don't do that. They'll try to say, well, I'm still a woman and you're not less than.
Be moving towards. It doesn't mean every woman can have kids. They can't.
Right.
We know this. But they also should not be trying to provide an environment where other women are not. They should not be moving in society towards a lack of childbirth, but facilitating other women having children and families, even if they themselves can't. We wouldn't count them out. You wouldn't say, oh, you had a hysterectomy because you had cancer. You're not.
Talk, my nigga. Yo, he talking now. He talking that talk. Come on, brother.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her.
Society towards a lack of childbirth, but facilitating other women having children and families, even if they themselves can't. We wouldn't count them out. You wouldn't say, oh, you had a hysterectomy because you had cancer. You're not a woman anymore.
Well, that's not what we're doing. See, that's the white boy perspective. Now, white women, they're freaky and everything, but they also, I don't know, maybe half and half. Some of them are trying to be housewives. We don't have half of black women trying to be housewives. And for the black eggplant, we actually care about sex because it's about what we will do to some pussy. You understand? I don't know what angle the white boys operate from. We care about pussy because of what we can do to it. We cannot have any faulty pussy around us. We want to be able to kill.
childbirth, but facilitating other women having children and families, even if they themselves can't. I mean, we wouldn't like count them out. You wouldn't say, oh, you had a hysterectomy because you had cancer. You're not a woman anymore. That's not, of course, that's ridiculous. But what we would say is, you've had the hysterectomy, right? And you can't have children. You know, that sucks. But you should still be in society trying to create the conditionals so that other women can.
Yeah.
Right.
Once they get the hysterectomy, they realize you're nothing but a fucking sex toy and a fuck toy. So now you push this independent woman shit instead of telling women to have babies. I mean, he's right on that. But the most important part is how they speak about what we speak about in class in the same way. Scared to do it, but know that he can say, look, man, you got hysterectomy, you had ovarian cancer, you need to shut the fuck up if you ain't trying to help other women. So he understands that it could be used for violence. But brothers still spare these bitches.
Of course, that's ridiculous. But what we would say is, you've had the hysterectomy, right? And you can't have children. You know, that sucks. But you should still be in society trying to create the conditionals so that other women can.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
instead
advocating
of trying,
for them
instead of trying to agitate against it or promote against it, you should be trying to at least lay the groundwork down so that other women can fulfill their duties. And how do I know this? Because that's exactly what men are expected to do. You're in a wheelchair. You can't work, right? You can't provide security, resources, things like this. You still have an obligation, right, to at least attempt to facilitate so that others can. Right. So that you're not getting in the way of other people doing that, and you're still promoting in society that they can. And if you don't, right, you're considered a piece of shit, right? Right. Now you're just a crippled piece of shit. Right?
So that was my little point. I'll bring it back one more time.
Instantly put ourselves in a position of privilege versus men. It's innate for you,
Hey,
Steven,
Live,
that
I
you want to
see
buy
you.
me nice shit and then watch me put it on.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold on.
you're privileged.
Did it pop on the screen? Yeah, it popped on the screen. Let's go.
You're privileged.
Yeah.
Don't you want me to be happy buying nice shit? And you get to provide it. You're doing you're doing exactly what a real man's supposed to do, and I'm doing exactly what a woman's
Andrew, I have
supposed
to tell
do.
you, you're a horrible salesman.
Yeah.
You really are. Yeah. And by the way, it's not so much the putting on as the taking off that's the fun part. So let's just be clear.
Come on, let's just be honest here. Wherever disagreements exist,
With your wife.
that's a crowd pleaser.
With your
right.
Let me. Okay, so that is. It was a fact in there. No one on that show answered at any point.
Time.
And when they were asked, they still kept coming back to what was clearly.
All right. Let me play y'all what they're talking about real quick. I could give y'all that. Let me show y'all what happened.
You made, which I think is the crux of it.
This the shit I was telling you about yesterday, HD Live. Oh, these niggas on some zesty shit? Oh.
Successful. I have a husband who's not only a former professional athlete, but is current.
Crow point that you made, which I think is the crux of it.
So I believe there we go.
I mean, I was just, talking about the hysterectomy shit. I can't, you know what I mean? I mean, when they start talking about, pussy is when I'm interested. But yeah, I understand. I'll take your word for it. Let's just get through this intro.
Go again. Pierce, I'm a woman of virtue. I happen to be independently successful. I have a husband.
I'm a woman of virtue. I happen to be independently successful. Now, the problem that the whiteys have with her is that she's a conservative. So she's supposed to be not the feminist like the liberal, or the progressive. So she's supposed to be conservative.
There we go again. Pierce, I'm a woman of virtue. I happen to be independently successful. I have a husband who's not only a former professional athlete, but is currently a professional baseball coach. So is he not a masculine man? I mean, I'm confused here.
I'm an independent woman. I got an ex-professional athlete, and he played baseball and all that. So is he not a man because I fleeced him? Let's go.
But is currently a professional baseball coach. So is he not a masculine man? I mean, I'm confused here. What's your concept of a masculine man? Mine is a man who respects me.
Yeah, that misses the point, though. Like, you're still not contending with the argument that I'm making. You're saying inside of society, right this second, right, masculinity is not only punished, but also women on the right, covert feminists on the right, are constantly and consistently talking about how they need to have privilege in society. I want men. Their version of masculinity is men who take care of us, men who protect us, men who do all of this. Those are all duties that men have towards women. Great. What are the duties that women have towards men? What are the duties that women have towards anything? What do men get out of this arrangement? What are we getting out of this arrangement? Can you tell me?
I mean, I would argue that men innately should be protectors and providers.
Hang on one second. Let Tommy
Most
respond.
men are born that way.
Let Tommy respond to that, and then I'll come to you, Jez. Then Sean, you've been waiting patiently. So
most men are born to be protectors and providers. I can't imagine my dad saying, you know what, to my mom.
Ma'am, we're not living in the times of your dad. We're not living in the times of your dad, and you're not like your mom. Stop it.
Born to be protectors and providers. I can't imagine my dad saying, you know what, to my mom, you know what, I'm not going to be a protector and a provider unless you do this. That's not how real men operate. Real men are protectors and providers, and they marry women who hopefully have some virtue, but also bring a lot to the table as well, that are great mothers, great wives, caretakers of the home. There's nothing wrong with being a traditional wife and mother. You're misunderstanding me if you think that I think that women should just be out doing whatever they want. I think that there are gender roles that should be respected, but I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector, and a provider.
I don't think a man needs to get anything out of it for paying all his money to a woman. I mean, you hear it yourself. I don't think a man should get anything out of it. That shit is fucked up to say to somebody. Knowing how fucked up the climate is, you know? That ain't cool to say. That naga. What's good with you?
But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector, and a provider.
Wow. I don't think a man needs to get anything out of it to be a protector and a provider. When all she had to say is, look, I have everything my man needs. I wait for him hand and foot. I make sure that there's nothing that he could want in this whole wide world. Why she couldn't just say that? Because it's not the truth.
But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector, and a provider. If you think you need to get something out of it, I quite frankly don't consider you a real man.
Okay, so a lot to unpack there, as people say.
So now let's get to my part.
We put them there because they need to be protected, right?
Yeah.
Exactly what a woman's
Andrew, I have
supposed
to tell
do.
you, you're a horrible salesman.
Yeah.
You really are. Yeah. And by the way, it's not so much the putting on as the taking off that's the fun part. So let's just be clear.
Come on, let's just be honest here. Wherever disagreements exist.
With your wife.
That's a crowd pleaser.
With your
right.
Let me, okay, so that is, it was fascinating to me, I will say, I don't want to keep going back to it, that no one answered, not even the homosexual sort of ally in there, no one on that show answered at any point. And when they were asked, they still kept coming back to what was clearly an expected duty of men. All the time.
Yeah.
And men are checking
And what's the very first thing they always say? And you'll see it on every single kind of feminist exchange I have. You're not a real man, right? So you get to make the determination on what men are or not aren't, right? Now, what if I said this back to you? Oh, you can't have children? You're not a real woman. How would that go over? Wouldn't go
very
over
poorly.
Oh, really? Probably wouldn't go over very well, right? Yeah. But if they assign that as a duty that women ought to be moving towards, it doesn't mean every woman can have kids. They can't. Right. We know this. But they also should not be trying to provide an environment where other women are not. They should not be moving in society towards a lack of childbirth, but facilitating other women having children and families, even if they themselves can't. I mean, we wouldn't count them out. You wouldn't say, oh, you had a hysterectomy because you had cancer? You're not a woman anymore. That's not, of course, that's ridiculous. But what we...
You understand? And the story goes deeper than a hysterectomy. But at least these guys are okay a little bit.
What I would say is, you've had the hysterectomy, right? And you can't have children. You know, that sucks. But you should still be in society trying to create the conditionals so that other women can.
Yeah,
right.
Not
instead
advocating
of trying to agitate against it or promote against it, you should be
trying to get bitches to join your prayer circle with your fucked up pussy. You understand? Becky Fleece is being fake nice, right? Keisha Fleece is being fake tough. They are fucked up. I agree, King.
Trying to at least lay the groundwork down so that other women can fulfill their duties. And how do I know this? Because that's exactly what men are expected to do. You're in a wheelchair. You can't work.
All right, let's move on. HD Live. HD Live, you gonna have to click to the backlink so you could get the other channel. You don't got a speaker number, but you need the other channel, man. Cause I set up the banner for you and that Naga. We got, it says live shows, live shows from 12 p.m. and 10 p.m. So I guess I had it open that way. We're not set to a day or whatever, because it could be me the one that's fucking everything up. So I got 12 p.m. and 10 p.m. for our live shows for the other channel. Okay? So that was the time that you brothers said. So HD Live, you gotta hit the link and go to the back so you can get the other channel, so that you can understand what we doing over there. Hold on. Let me play this bitch video while I'm. Well, I don't know if I don't know how this shit operates because yesterday when I changed the screen, the damn video stopped. Okay, HD Live. Come over here. You know what? Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, you do that, then I'll go over here and I would yeah, I could get rid of these white boys. Hopefully I have this shit. Yeah, cause I'm oh shit, HD Live, nigga. Yo, Dad Naga, son. Dad Naga. We started with 11 subscribers. That was everybody that was from over here, right? Once I started dropping videos, one of my subscribers dropped off. So I was 10 subscribers because they must have said, yo, this nigga done really lost his mind, right? But look what we got now, Dad Naga. We got 15 subscribers. Dad Naga, we have 15 subscribers, nigga. We started with 11, bumped down to 10. Huh? We're talking about conversations here. Real talk. I like where you guys are at with this. We have 15 subscribers, nigga. And we got one video with 50 views. Doing good, fellas. Doing good. Doing good, homie. So that was nice. Okay, HD Live. So I'm gonna put this in the private chat. Now don't be talking about this shit over here, nigga. Don't bring this shit up over here. I'm serious, man. I'm sick of your shit. Just you know, I'm setting us up for the live show over there. Like I said, I don't want to wait for us to do our thing. I believe we are the talent. Sorry, guys. If nobody ever told you niggas, you are talented brothers. All right? Let me be the one to tell you. What the hell? Hold on, guys. Yeah, now I got my team over there. Now I'm good. Now I got my team over there. I'm good. So now I can actually do what I got to do. You know what I mean? That's right, that Naga. You niggas are talented brothers, man. I know some talent. Trust me.
Ladies, if you have P.C.F, listen, the last thing you need in your life is a stressful man. The cortisol levels are already elevated. You don't need someone to take out this. You know what's going to happen. The bare belly will start growing. The chins will start disappearing. We don't need it. The hair will start growing. Regulate. You need ashwagandha in few form. I'm telling you. The man must be your piece. Endometriosis, all of that. The last thing you need is a stressful man in your life. Ladies, if you have PCOS, listen, the last thing you need in your life is a stressful man. The cortisol levels are already elevated. You don't need someone to take out this. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know if that Naga was here last night for this shit.
What's good, gorgeous people?
I'm gonna come back to her. She got that work. Hold on. I'm gonna come back to her. Let me start down here. Damn, they giving me crazy more videos now. Okay.
An anxious attachment style moment a couple days ago, and I'm sharing it with you so that you don't make the same mistake. I started my period a couple days ago, and I have endometriosis, and my boyfriend is absolutely wonderful when it comes to this time of the month. He is super attentive and is very helpful, and he brought over food yesterday because I was bedridden, and unbeknownst to me, he'd kind of had a rough day. He had come over and he gave me food, cuddles, but the oomph, his attitude, his mood wasn't really there. I took it upon myself to think that it was something that I did. Am I not doing enough? Am I a burden because he has to take care of me? These were the thoughts that were going through my mind. Even people like me who feel like they've really truly mastered the art of a secure relationship have these days and have these struggles. I didn't mention anything. I didn't say anything because I already know that's a rule that I have. In my luteal phase and on my period, I refrain from having any of those kinds of conversations because a lot of the times it's an internal work that I need to do before it's an external conversation. And then this morning, I woke up, my boyfriend was checking on me. I was feeling better. I asked him how he was doing. He expressed how he had been feeling in the last couple of days.
Whoa, stop the show. Stop the show. You was feeling better. Did you offer him some pussy? That's the only reason. That's the only thing he can enjoy. Fuck you mean? You asked him something that wasn't, do you want some pussy? I feel better. Unbelievable. 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 Yo, HD Live, I see what's going on here, son. You trying to cook that Naga. I see what you trying to do. You trying to buddy up with the nigga knowing you want to cook. I understand what's going on. You know, my brother, that Naga, he looking to cook all of us. Remember that. That man is not your friend. That man's out here trying to cook you. I see what you trying to do. Trying to make sure he don't cook you, like he gonna cook me. Nah.
He expressed how he had been feeling in the last couple of days, and everything literally clicked for me. He didn't really share much because he didn't want me to feel that burden while I wasn't feeling well. And I took it a whole other level and thought, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? When really, my partner was just having an off day too. If you have an anxious attachment style, you understand that it's very easy to place blame on yourself for anybody's negative emotions. And that is not the case. If you feel like there is something going on, pause. Recognize that 99.9% of the time, it is not your fault and it's not your doing.
This is where bad pussy will take the conversation. We done tuned this bitch out. Like, ma'am. ma'am. Now she's sitting there with her face under the steamer. Hopefully she don't got no facial hair. You know, these bitches are something else, man. But that poor man. That Naga, I started something. I say, yo, I'm gonna start leaving comments on these bitches' pages where they can come back to our Pussycat Facts Report page and understand we're not having it. I'm inclined to comment on this bitch. Why did you put that man through that hell? Why can't he go get better pussy? Fuck that man. Let that man go. Please. I'm not playing no more, y'all. I said, let that man go get better, please. I'm not playing no more of that now. They gonna come for me, son. You heard?
endometriosis has taught me a lot of things, but the number one thing that has been on repeat in my mind, like the last few weeks, is it has to have more grace and compassion for other people, because you genuinely have no idea what somebody is going through. And the thing that I think of is, I have heard it 1,000 times, all of my other fellow chronic illness, or girls with endometriosis, or whatever chronic illness you may have that causes chronic pain, you will always hear, but you look fine. And I had an experience a couple of weeks ago where I was in so much pain at work, I kept having to go back to the bathroom to lay on the floor in there and cry. I was in so...
There you go. I went into the bathroom at the job, laid on the floor and cried. Why does she do that, Prince? All because of her pussy. Could you imagine that? And people told her, but you look good. Don't matter. And then be mad because he ain't taking care of your bad box with a smile. Right. She said he did everything she needed. It just wasn't with a smile. Well, he can't get no pussy. What the fuck should he be happy for? Are you serious? He probably realized her box ain't never gonna get better. Come on, man. Fucking bitches ain't shit. It's not a game.
I'm in the middle of an endo flare, so this is what today's outfit of the day is. Don't ask me to go anywhere. Don't do anything, because I'm not going. My back feels like it's on fire. My uterus is probably 5 times as big as it normally is. I feel like I'm going to throw up every 5 seconds. I'll be lucky if I eat today. I don't even want to know what my hair looks like, because I was tossing and turning all night from being in so much pain. If you know somebody with endometriosis and it is day 1 or day 2 of their period, just leave them alone.
There you go. So the question starts to be, how are you when you're not on your red? You understand? That's what the question becomes. Are you how you supposed to be? That's what it all starts to break down to.
Endometriosis not only affects the person who has endometriosis, it can also affect their partner. For me, it affected my partner and I because we were both in this health journey together, trying to figure out what was causing my infertility, which we found out it was because of my endometriosis.
So you wasn't on the health journey together. It was just you. Okay?
What was causing my infertility, which we found out it was because of my endometriosis. But we were trying to conceive and it was just so stressful, caused a lot of ups and downs emotionally, mentally, but we went through it together.
There you go. That's when you know somebody is thirsty for some pussy.
He had to be super supportive. He had to listen to me complain, cry, telling that life is not fair every day, finding ways
to burden this fucking man. Poor nigga, man. Man is completely burdened with her bullshit.
try and conceive a baby, taking me to doctors, helping me recover from laparoscopy surgery. Also financially, because healthcare is expensive and doing IVF is expensive. And going to acupuncture. These are all out-of-pocket things that we had to pay for. Our infertility journey and my health journey really tested our relationship. But in the end, it made us stronger. and our communication got much, much better. And now we have a rainbow miracle baby.
Wow.
Endometriosis.
Hold on. And now they got a rainbow miracle baby. What is that, Prince? That's a miracle baby is once you had a miscarriage and then you have a baby. That's a miracle baby. And what happens is, like I often tell you niggas, they don't care how that baby is. Now, I hope the baby's healthy.
So I don't usually make these type of videos, but I usually make videos that are very positive, are very like strong, you know. But that's really not the case. Like, you need to show people when you're struggling. Like, this is also endometriosis. I'm just like having a hard day. I hurt. I'm nauseous. I'm tired. I'm bloated. I'm tired. He already said that. Mentally, I feel like sad. I've been okay. I've gotten to be okay with not being able to have and hold a job. I've gotten okay with not being able to have kids.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her.
I have kids. I've gotten okay with only going to doctor's appointments. I've gotten okay with just being by myself.
Everything that we talk about, guys. Everything.
But you know what? I'm not okay. It's not okay to carry this burden all by yourself.
It's not okay to carry this burden all by yourself. What do they wish? Who are the good ones? The ones that get to place that burden on man, family, and friends. Those are the good ones with the good support system. But more importantly, you want to have that on a man. That would make her feel really good. Like the other girl. When you got a man that will carry that burden with you, nothing could make a woman happier, son. Nothing in this whole wide world. You accept her for her bad pussy.
It's not okay to feel like you're only limited to do certain things because that's what your mind thinks. Like, I know we tell our brains and like we say like it's okay, and it is okay to have days where you listen to your body because that's what you need to do. But it's also you also need to be okay with meeting new people. You need to be okay with trying new things. Because I've gotten so accustomed to the past 4 years, when I was diagnosed with endometriosis in 2019, I've gotten so used to listening to my body.
Enough of this sad ass story. It's a sad one, guys. I know it's sad.
My name is Shay, and welcome to my series, Periods. This is where I get honest with you about chronic pain and living with endometriosis. Y'all are going to be with me today as I do a little bit of skincare. So here's the thing. I'm moving out soon with my partner, who I've been long distance with for about 3 years.
I'm moving out. I'm moving in with my partner, who I've been doing long distance relationship for 3 years. Let's go.
And they've never really had to consistently deal with me having flare-ups.
They've never had to deal with me having endo flare-ups. I made sure I didn't do that until I believed that he was good enough for me. Now that I know he loves me, I can bring this to him.
Deal with me having flare-ups. That makes me a little nervous. So I did myself and my relationship a favor, and I talked to my therapist about it. And I also
Wow. Instead of talking to her man about it, she talked to her therapist about it. Go.
encourage all of my people with uteruses that might have reproductive issues to talk to a therapist, because living with chronic pain would be hard on anyone. This is my little girl. But anyway, me and my therapist talked about logistics. We talked about what it would look like, what support for me is, how I can help myself, and in turn help them. All in all, we came to the conclusion that I know my partner
Hold on,
to be
yo.
a loving and caring partner. And chronic pain won't change that. And I guess I just came here to remind you today that even if you struggle with endometriosis or just chronic pain, you deserve to be loved and supported too. So, if you're ever struggling, make sure you reach out to your support so that you don't have to be in it alone. You're loved, and I love you. Have a good day. My name is Shay, and welcome to my series, Periods. This is where I get honest with you about chronic
Hold on, man. I missed it. What happened? What happened? What happened?
I'm moving on.
What happened, son?
What support for me is, how I can help myself, and in turn help them. All in all, we came to the conclusion that I know my partner to be a loving and caring partner. And chronic pain won't change that.
There you go, guys. They must know that you're loving and caring in their estimation first. I'm not saying that that's a wrong play for them. What I am saying is a right play for you is to not let them determine when you are loving and caring. Well, hold the fuck up. You got to be loving and caring in the blind, and you got to determine what I am before you can be real with me. Yeah, I understand that part. But what if there was a man that could come to you with the info first and still be loving and caring? I mean, you don't get to play this fucking game, and that's all that matters for the players. No, you shouldn't have to be played.
I know my partner to be a loving and caring partner. And chronic pain won't change that. And I guess I just came here to remind you today that even if you struggle with endometriosis or just chronic pain, you deserve to be loved and supported too.
That's right. Ain't gonna speak up for the guys with the miniature eggplant, though. You know? Shit is wild. You can't swaggerify this pussy. Only reason you got that nigga is because he learned after he loved you. And you had a whole plan. And nobody was able to sit his ass down and say, you know, you was in a whole plan. You know that, right? Nah, but she was doing everything right. Yes. To make sure to see what you was when she could spring up how she can use the chronic illnesses of her box to not fuck you on certain days. Let's just keep it there. Not all the other stuff. Yeah, I don't care about all that. And that's your right, son. I just want every man to be informed. That's all. That's all, pimp.
3 ways endometriosis impacts relationships. Chronic pain has shifted your mindset. And if you have any kind of gynecological condition, then one of the things that it can majorly impact in your life is romantic relationships. A very common symptom of these gynecological conditions can be painful sex, and that obviously has a huge impact in your dating life or your relationship. Sex may cause you to bleed, or it could cause you to be in an incredible amount of pain, or it could just feel really uncomfortable. While this is never something that you should be embarrassed or insecure about, it's
While this is something you should not be embarrassed or insecure about. Why? Why, class? Why? Why? Why would she be able to say that to another woman? That's the hint. Why would she say that to another woman? That's the hint, yo. Why would she say that to another woman? I'll tell you why. Because she knows that men don't know. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck she gonna determine what we determine? No. You're talking to another woman because you know we don't know.
or it could just feel really uncomfortable. While it
You go up and you tell a man this.
may cause you to bleed, or it could cause you to be in an incredible amount of pain, or it could just
Tell a man, when you fuck me, I'm going to bleed and I'm going to be in incredible amounts of pain and it's not going to be pleasurable for me. Tell a man that straight up. You say, no, I'd rather go fuck somebody who enjoys me. Fuck is wrong with you?
biological conditions can be painful sex, and that obviously has a huge impact in your dating life or your relationship. Sex may cause you to bleed, or it could cause you to be in an incredible amount of pain, or it could just feel really uncomfortable. While this is never something that you should be embarrassed or insecure about, it's completely natural to feel that way. This is something that me and my partner have actually managed to navigate really, really well in our relationship, and I'm so grateful to, be with the kind of person that I'm with. He is super understanding and is always checking in with me and making sure I'm comfortable and okay. Biggest advice to anybody going through this, specifically in a relationship, is just to have an open line of communication at all times. Always make sure you're telling your partner how you're feeling. You're talking about if it's a bad day for you, what your symptoms are that day. This does involve a massive level of trust and feeling comfortable with your partner. And I truly think
this is a massive amount of trust and commitment. Brothers, that's why we got the Pussycat Fact Report first. Who the fuck you think you are to think that this shit ain't nothing but life and pussy? And I'm supposed to be in the dark? Fuck you. I know this information before I met you. I can present this to you. Oh, but that's a turnoff. But you want somebody to be communicative with this, though, right? We're not doing that.
if you're going through something like this, it will show you if you're with the right person. For me, painful, uncomfortable sex is one of my main symptoms that I've had for.
Painful sex is one of the main symptoms I have. And you're sitting out here saying that this man is a good man. Not that you're a horrible person that should let that man go get all the good, non-painful pussy that he wants.
I'll show you if you're with the right person. For me, painful, uncomfortable sex is one of my main symptoms that I've had for a really long time, and it has been really, really difficult.
I had it for a real long time. Yeah, way before I met the nigga that I'm with now. My pussy been not shit. It's all good.
It's a massive toll on your relationship, and you do have to work really, really hard to kind of maintain some level of intimacy, even if you can't, do all the things.
Who the fuck you think you talking to? maintain some level of intimacy. So clearly he's not getting the best pussy available. Hey, brothers, because that's why I say I don't know what's up with these white niggas, but black niggas go through it too. But could you imagine somebody fucking you to maintain a level of intimacy? She don't like to fuck you. She just fucking you to maintain a level of intimacy. Could you imagine that?
It's a massive toll on your relationship, and you do have to work really, really hard to kind of maintain some level of intimacy, even if you can't, do all the things. This is not a comfortable topic to speak about, especially on the internet,
Whoa. Why is this not a comfortable topic? Why? Why is this not comfortable? Why? We're all human beings. Because you don't want somebody to know that they can do better than you. And it's not some sort of secret where they be like, oh, why did he cheat on her? She's uglier than me. Ma'am, you said it's painful when you have sex. Fuck are you talking about? Fuck are you talking about?
It's very personal, very private, but I think it's so important to have.
Very personal, very private. But I want somebody to, admire me over fucking me. Yo, brothers, look, man, I don't know what more to say. But these people are some of the worst people you've ever seen. And it ain't white, it ain't black, it's pussy. Until you can break these women down from a pussy perspective, I will be safe at telling you, these bitches are not. You'll never know the real. They're never going to be honest. She's telling you that it's private, that you could be fucking somebody that's in pain when they're fucking you. They're not loving you correctly. So what would she love about you then? Everything else. Everything else. And what you love some pussy. She is miss fucking you. And you sitting around like, yeah, I put it down.
Have this conversation and for people to be aware that they're not on their own if they're going through this, because it can be really, really scary and frustrating. As always, if you're ever concerned about anything to do with your sexual health or periods, always speak to a medical professional. If you have any kind.
There you go, guys. That's for my niggas right there. You heard me?
With relationships when you've got like adenomyosis or endometriosis can be really difficult, and the fact that you're struggling is a completely normal thing. When I first got diagnosed, I struggled what to say to my boyfriend. I didn't really know how to feel. Like, things definitely changed up in our relationship and our dynamic, and we had to kind of navigate that together. The first thing I did was, anytime I was learning anything about endometriosis, I'd share that with him, so then he would be able to learn as well. In a relationship, you do have to have like a hard, uncomfortable conversations, and I really do think that is.
I believe we seen that bitch before.
How does Tommy handle it? How is Tommy? Tommy, I couldn't ask for a better.
Hey, as we noticed, the bitches in the UK, they're fucked up. The bitches in the UK pussy is fucked up. Let me be the one to tell you.
So I have endometriosis, not just really bad cramps endometriosis. I have catamenial pneumothorax. Endometriosis travels to my diaphragm and causes my lung to collapse. Crazy, I know. And there is no cure, just treatments. I told a man no longer in my life that he was like, oh, there must be something. There must be something. And it was frustrating because how you gonna tell me, the person with said condition, like, oh, there has to be a cure somewhere or something? I feel very dismissed. And it's like, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have explained it like cancer, which I don't want to do that. But I guess I should have been like, cancer doesn't have a cure. They're just treatments. And even with the treatments, there is still a high probability that it can come back. It's crazy that I have to explain it that way. But I think
it was so dismissed because endometriosis and catamenial pneumothorax, those conditions are predominantly experienced by people who have uteruses. Yeah.
There you go. Playing you for stupid. Acting like you don't know no pussy. That's all this is, guys.
Sex and endometriosis tips. Sex can be so painful.
These people are horrible people, man. These are the type of these are the type of people that should be kissing, like not kissing the man's ass, but like praising men. If they have a man, they should be praising
Who
him.
has a period with reproductive organs who did know what I'm about to show you. So brace yourself. So this
Oh,
is
come
what
on, come on, honey. Come on.
I'm a
Okay, so I'm going to talk about some symptoms that I go through having stage 1 endometriosis. The most common symptom that I go through is nausea. I feel nauseous almost every morning or when I'm done eating a big meal. It usually goes away with Zofran or some prescribed nausea pills, but it's so annoying because I want to feel nauseous all the time. Another symptom is back pain. I have really bad back pain.
These are people that tell you they're equal.
You have any kids?
They're equal to you. And it's fucked up that they even do shit like that. You know?
As a woman, I fucking hate. I don't like periods. I'm like, why do they have to be empty?
There we go. I don't like periods. They wish they was fucking transgender. That's a damn shame. Let's go.
As a woman, I fucking hate. I don't like periods. I'm like, why do they have to be empty? Yes, I'm just happy I'm not pregnant, but like, look at this shit, bro. Like, why? I look pregnant already. Just can't. My stomach, the bloat be doing this thing, y'all. Like, I swear to God. But no, I just don't understand. I don't understand. I'll never understand. And the cramps are a whole other universe, whole other realm. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to go. Don't want to go outside. I just want to like lay my bed. I don't want to go anywhere. But fucking hurts. As a woman, I
mean, I wish the best for the sisters, man. I ain't gonna lie. I do.
Hi guys. Hey guys, another question. This is from Emma. How did we meet? Yes. To answer that question, babe. Actually, we met.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I ain't gonna make nobody sad. I'm just running through this real quick, guys.
Okay, so this is for my girlies that have
Alright guys, today is day 6 of adjusting to manage endometriosis pain, and here's my update. So,
These are the people that talk to you.
endometriosis can only affect your reproductive system.
False.
Okay. Not bad start. You can cure endometriosis.
False.
Another question.
That's a good man. Just running through this for you guys.
When I was experiencing sexual dysfunction last year due to my endometriosis, I was in a long-term committed relationship. And as much as that brought its own relationship, there was still a lot of comfort knowing that it was the same person. I didn't have to explain myself, and whatever I went through, they already kind of knew what I was going through. You know, they had gone to all my hospital admissions and my appointments, and they were already in love with me. So I didn't.
What I teach you niggas, they were already in love with me. What did I teach you?
A lot of comfort.
Pay attention. She was with somebody, and in the middle of the fucking relationship, look at what happened. Look at what happened to her.
When I was experiencing sexual dysfunction
dysfunction.
She was experiencing sexual dysfunction while being in a relationship.
When I was experiencing sexual dysfunction last year due to my endometriosis, I was in a long-term committed relationship. And as much as that brought its own issues within the relationship, there was still a lot of comfort knowing that it was the same person. I didn't have to explain myself. And whatever I went through, they already kind of knew what I was going through. You know, they had gone to all my hospital admissions and my appointments, and they were already in love with me. So
they were already in love with me. That's game, son. Please. Everything that I've taught my niggas. This is the whole game. But people laugh at me when I say it. Let these bitches say it.
My appointments, and they were already in love with me. So I didn't have to try and prove myself to them in the same ways.
I didn't have to try and prove myself. I had fleeced the motherfucker already.
My appointments, and they were already in love with me. So I didn't have to try and prove myself to them in the same ways. But now I'm single. And when I first became single, I was actually really functional and I didn't have any issues. So I got to experience complete freedom for a while, which was so lovely. The pain is back to daily again, which means that most intimate activities will trigger that pain and make it a whole lot worse. And that is something that is frightening. It's horrible on all levels to deal with, especially when you're dating, because the people that I want to be intimate with are unfamiliar to me, you know, and I want to be able to keep things light and fun and cute, but this is something that I can't escape. It's something I live with every day. It's something that I don't want to have to really explain from the get-go, but it's something I have to explain. Yeah, it's really full on, and it definitely brings up a lot of internalized, you know, misogyny and ableism that I haven't dealt with and need to deal with. And it's hard because we live in a very ableist world in general, and a lot of people, you know, are very overwhelmed by things like that. And I know that the kind of people that I want to be intimate with are people that would be really understanding and lovely about all of it and make me feel super comfortable in that experience. But it's still hard to not get in your head about it and believe that someone is going to think less of me because of this.
Right,
and
right.
I just want to be able to have
Right.
experiences that are
Right. But don't worry, sis. You got these clowns out here. They don't understand that they have the nuclear code. They still giving you the nuclear code, but you are well aware enough to know. No, the man has the nuclear code. So, sister, could you imagine how fucked up my black brothers are? This bitch is telling you, brother, you have the nuclear code. She's just a fucking civilian.
Still hard to not get in your head about it and believe that someone is going to think less of me because of.
Well, why would someone think less of you? You're in an ableist society and you are equal to a man. You could never be beneath a man. Right.
Someone is going to think less of me because of this, and I just want to be able to have experiences that are just free and fun. And I feel like my endo has taken that away from me again. And that's really, really devastating. Like, that's a really sad thing to comprehend and come to terms with. And it's just shit because my sexuality is something that's so important to me and it's something that is so fun and freeing and beautiful. So when that is associated with so closely with pain, it's just so hard. I think that that's something that I don't see a lot of people with endometriosis talking about a lot. And it's something that I would like to talk about more because.
Right. Expose them bitches, honey. Please. Because the prince been telling them, look, these bitches are fucking you in discomfort. I've been telling them.
Because it's one of the most difficult things that comes with endometriosis, I think. And yeah, it's really, really sad and really shitty. And being so young, like, that's not something that I want taken away from me. Something I want to talk about more because I think that a lot of people are going through the same thing, and I will keep you updated on my journey with it all. But it is going to be quite a tough.
There you have it, fellas. How you say, any questions? Any questions? You know? Any questions? Yeah, this is after you've made your money, after you've become successful, after you had everything a woman desires. She chose you, you chose her. And this is what happens. The other nigga got lucky. He got out of there. He gets to go fuck good pussy. She's taking this out to the market, and she know niggas ain't as understanding as he was. The men that I want are health freaks and fuck freaks and all the fly shit. Telling me she shouldn't have to pay for a man? Crazy. She should literally pay for a man. And that way she take all the other stuff out. But it'll be just like a man and a woman. It'll be like, well, why are you really with me? Bitch, you know why. You know your pussy ain't shit. I'm here to take care of you. Hey, yeah.
Remember thinking to myself, I'm 20 years old. Like, I should be able to carry a baby. I didn't want to be pregnant. I was way, involved in my career. But so I had a lot of complex feelings of like relief, but also confusion, but also guilt and also grief. And then at the same time, I had a big burning question in my mind, which is something must be wrong with me because of all the times in my life where I should be able to conceive and carry to term, this is the age. What's happening? And so those were some of the questions that I brought to Dr. A when I first, started.
Here you go, guys. This is what's happening in your community. Nothing else that you hear out here. This is what's happening. The failing of the pussy. Okay?
What did you just say?
I said, Madison, I think you should be wearing something cure, given your last 2 periods and how they've started.
And then what did she say?
That I have this vision of waking up covered in blood and just little clots everywhere.
There you go, guys. Remember, when you got a woman's Pussycat Facts report, you can talk to her any way that you want to. And look what she got to do. She got to laugh. Just trust me on that, guys. Hey, that Naga, I don't know if you heard that other video from last night.
What's good, gorgeous people? So I wanted to talk about having endometriosis and being in relationships and intimacy. And this is something I don't really find easy to talk about, but I really want to talk about it because it's been on my mind a lot lately. I have been locked in for the past 2 or 3 years where I haven't even thought about dating because I've just been locked in to just getting this house and getting certain things out of life. And now that I've got my house, I'm just like, oh, okay, what's going on? What's good? And the thing is, I haven't had the most luck in this area. I haven't had the most luck at all. The way it's gone for me has typically been person is interested. We date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off. The end. And that happens over. It's typically been person is interested. We date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off. The end. And that happens over and over again in varying ways. And I get it because I guess to some it feels like a burden, or they might not know how to deal with it, or they might not want to deal with it. It's just a lot. And I can understand that, but it does hurt. And it's a form of rejection. I take it as a form of rejection, and I'm hypersensitive to rejection. I really struggle with it. And not just your typical, it really gets me down. And I've got too much stuff to do. I've got too many things I have to show up for, so I can't afford to then add getting over rejection to my list of things. So then I end up just, because 9 times out of 10, the people I like don't like me back. So, do you know what I mean? And then when you get into a situation with someone, and then they're just like, oh, you're trying to get down to business or whatever, and they realize, oh, she's this is hurting her. Oh, okay. And they feel guilty, right? There are alternative things that can be done to alleviate the pain, but often, in my experience, they haven't been willing to stick around long enough to even explore those with me. So, because they're just like, well, you're very delicate, or, and it's like the anticipation that it will feel painful, in my case, it adds to the pain, but also the thought that this person is potentially just going to go after this, that makes things even more tense for me as well. If you can relate to this, please let me know, because it is quite difficult talking about this. It's
Yo, we left a comment on the bitch page. HD Live, how do we find our comment? How do we find our comment? We commented on that bitch.
What's the gorgeous people? So I wanted to talk about having endometriosis and being in relationships and intimacy.
Oh, it's right there.
I don't really find easy to talk about, but I really want to talk about.
They don't want to hear what we got to say. They ain't reply to our shit.
Because I just you know what? If you are in a relationship and you found someone who's understanding, like, how have you done this? Because maybe it's the people I'm coming across. I don't know. But I just haven't found that person who's like, yeah, do you know what? I haven't felt safe. I haven't felt safe enough. Yeah, I haven't felt safe enough with anyone to feel relaxed during certain moments. And it's an important part of a relationship. We can't beat around the bush with that. And where that's something that does cause discomfort, I've just avoided relationships altogether. I've avoided it because I'm like, well, what's the point? Because it's going to get to that. That's going to be an issue. They're not going to be interested. And so I kind of count myself out, which isn't the best way to go about it. But I guess at this point, it's a defense mechanism because I'm just like, I don't know. It will have to take something really, really drastic to find someone who, and this isn't a situation, but I've just been thinking about it. And I've just been thinking about, like, ahead, will there be a point where, because I know they exist, but I've not had the experience of meeting anyone who is both interested in me in that way and is also willing to stick around and deal with the effects of someone who has a chronic illness.
Change your ways, bitch. Your pussy is not the leverage. So what else do you have that could be leverage that would make a man love you? You are not one of the women that can say, oh, you just want some pussy. You ain't got that to offer like that, bitch. What else about you could make me love you? And that's the pain that these women deal with, son. This is a real woman. I respect her. I would actually rock with her. Because she knows she fucked up out here. And the niggas have showed her, bitch, your pussy ain't hitting on shit to a man that likes to fuck. So she gonna need somebody that understands her story that's gonna tell her, man, what else do you have anything else to offer me to make me like you? Using your pussy is out. I mean, come on, yo. You can't even look for what the regular bitches look for. You gotta I gotta find somebody who's into me like that, and then somebody who understands me. Well, but you ain't gonna understand the man with the miniature eggplant or whatever shortcomings that man has. We not doing that. Hey, HD Live. Yeah, HD Live. Yeah, she understands, but she still doesn't understand. She has to pay that new house. Yeah. She got to pay that new car. She got to do her thing. That's what she was taught to do. But she also wants what the fuck. She also wants what the other women want. She wants the ability to fleece a nigga. Y'all spilled some shit. Hold on, man. Yo, this bitch want the ability to fleece a nigga, son. You heard? I still don't understand. Well, I can't say that. I do understand that my brothers are uninformed. I'm aware of that. But these bitches are telling you the game. Come on now. I'm your brother. I'm here to help you, King. It's a beautiful story. What more do you want to know besides the other girl? Oh, that Naga. Last night, the other girl said, she said, yo, if I'm a fuck a nigga with my bad pussy, she was like, yo, if the nigga ain't got money, then I'm tell him I'm in pain. But if the nigga got money, I'ma fuck him while I'm in pain. Hold on. Where my boo at? I mean, the direct indication that bitches ain't shit.
I just feel I'm hungry. They'll be like, oh man. And then I'll do it some back. Tell them I'm hungry, they'll be like, do you want to come bring you food? Show me what do you food? What's your favourite snacks? What's your favourite drinks? What do you drink and eat when you feel sick? What do you drink and eat when you're craving stuff? Like, do you know what I mean? I've dated guys straight away, they'll ask me to sex out. No, I haven't dated them, but I can stop saying dated because it will never get to that stage. But yeah, don't instantly ask me, oh, rather sex out. See that? That's just too horny. Like, come on. Like, I had to tell him, like, because this happened like 2 or 3 times. I had to tell, well, I blocked the other 2, but there was one where I was just like, do you think this is an appropriate question to ask right now? Bear in mind, I'm extremely private when it comes to certain things. And like, there have been times where I'm like, oh, I'm in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial circumstances and stuff. But I'm like, oh, I'm in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial circumstances and stuff. But so I'm like, oh, I'm in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial circumstances and stuff. But I'd be like, oh, I'll book you a spa day.
So, this is a woman with endo. And she tells her men that she has it, and she uses it as an excuse to not fuck. Say, oh, I'm in pain. But then it depends on the person's financial situation. She'll give this bad box up.
And I'm extremely private when it comes to certain things. And like, there have been times where I'm like, oh, I'm in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial circumstances and stuff. But I'd be like,
that's crazy. Yo, this bitch said it depends on the person's financial situation whether I'm gonna give up this bad pussy. And I'm gonna lie and say I'm in pain when I don't want to fuck somebody. So when you get these kind of situations with the pussy, they can use it against you on days when they're feeling just fine. That's why you don't want to fuck with that shit in any capacity. You know, they get to use that shit. You know?
Oh, I'll book you a spa day. I don't know, I'm your hot water or whatever it may be. I feel like for me, like I literally suffer with chronic fatigue due to my condition. So when I say I don't have energy or time to waste, I literally don't. I feel like I did when I was younger. Like I had energy, I had time. Now I literally have none. I have sleeping bags 24/7. I'm literally sleep deprived since the day I was born. So like when I say I have no time to waste, I literally have no time and no energy to waste.
All right. So, okay, we had a good time. We'll come back with some Kendra G or some shit like that. But soon, guys, soon, we'll be doing our 12 o'clock show and our 10 p.m. show. So we'll be doing these. Well, we still could do our 3 o'clock class possibly. But we may be doing these little early things. Now, if you're not on the other channel, we're hoping that the algorithm can send it towards you. We have a few things that you'll know that, is familiar to us. Over there, you're going to have some superstars. Hopefully, we'll get some women over there. It's a more friendly, no cursing platform. So y'all know HD Live going to get booted a lot. Man can't help itself. You get a motherfucking tip jar for HD Live, you be rich with the cursing he do. What will I allow? I'll allow ass, bitch. I'll allow all the cable. I'll allow all the cable curses. Ass, bitch, hell. All the regular stuff. But I'm doing a good job not cursing. I hope you guys can. I mean, some days we'll curse. Fuck it. But I don't believe that I will. I'm focused in the character. I have no problem. Yeah, HD Live. That title you got for the other channel gonna be triggering for people. I hope so. That was the point. They just didn't. Prince Simp is a little whack. Beta Simp, they just don't like that word simp. Nobody likes it. The little bit of people that like it won't rock with you. So we got a triggering name. We hope that, we got some players over there that I know the women will not agree with my two players, but the men will. Matter of fact, I don't think bitches will agree with any of us. There's no way they agree with me. I'm the one talking the weirdest. No way they agree with me. And that's fine. So, maybe we'll do a rehearsal. Maybe we'll do a real rehearsal at 12. Maybe we'll do a real rehearsal. Yeah, HD Live. I'm hoping so, man. I hope so because I just want to have some different conversations, some triggering stuff, and some different solutions. That's all. I got 3 different views. We say, well, which one? And maybe somebody else will join us from over here. King Disagreeable is always liable to pop up. He's always liable to pop up. Homie, you said 12. I'm going by y'all's time. Like I said, it's more on me that'll fuck everything up. That's why I said, well, we don't have dedicated days. We just have our times that I know, my brothers. Look, if I had a dream, yo, HD Live, you see what I'm saying, that Naga? You see what I'm saying, that Naga? That Naga, man, you see what I'm saying about this nigga? That Naga, you see what I'm saying? The nigga ain't shit, B. But I rock with that. I rock with it. So this nigga's horrible, man. But that's the type of energy I like, for what we're doing over there. case, just in case brothers ain't know. HD Live is a horrible dude, yes, but I rock with that. That's my nigga. You know he gonna get booted off the program, cussing and shit. You know it already. But if I had a dream, the dream would be that we light it up over there. You know what I'm saying? Well, my first, I don't, like I say, I had one dream. Then once we found HD Live's character, which is natural, I had a second dream, but the first dream was for that Naga to just lay the law down. You know what I'm saying? And now we got HD Live in his natural habitat. And I just see I see like bitches like the Queen Maker. I see bitches like the Queen Maker. Now I'm a dreamer. I see bitches like the Queen Maker saying, "Yup, see what I told y'all? Listen to HD Live." Look at HD Live. That man ain't shit, and he telling y'all, "See what I told y'all?" So, and then every other once she, take to that, she'll realize that Naga don't fuck with y'all, and you know what I want from you. So they're gonna say, "Look, ladies," and that's me having big dreams, saying like, "Yo, these niggas here, they moved the goalposts." That's what you call moving the goalposts, the shit that we're on. Everything you thought you knew about niggas. Yeah, look at this nigga ain't shit. Yeah, this nigga ain't shit. I love this shit, man. HD Live, man, we popping. We gonna do a rehearsal today, man. We always got a couple players in the wing. I think we got Real Talk Single Fathers. I'm not sure about him because he's a rough dude. He don't play that shit that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? He would be on that Naga's side. But he's such a decent man that he love his sisters a little too much for that Naga. You know what I mean? So that's a little tough as well. That Naga is one of the roughest, man. Y'all niggas, man. Like I say, we got, it is what it is, man. We're willing to take we're willing to most certainly take our chances out here, playing by the YouTube game. We're gonna just take our chances.
I'm having an endo flare this morning, and since I'm got the black lung pop, I figured I would share with you guys what I decide when I know I'm gonna have an endo flare. And if you guys don't know what endometriosis is, it causes debilitating period pain, like debilitating. Like I cannot get up if I wanted to, if I needed to. If there was an intruder, I would be like, this is it. Just take me. Anyways, okay, number one thing is a heating pad, you guys. We've talked about this before. It can be any brand. As long as it reaches near volcanic temperatures and you are burning your organs, that's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. Okay, actually nothing is bedside anymore. Everything is in bed with me.
Oh,
but,
right.
First thing is like a box.
Right. Make sure you put a bio. I'll think about it. Remember what I rely on, man. That's why I appreciate that extra tip, because I rely on content. I rely on talent. So I gotta also be aware of what you're saying as well. Because last thing I'm trying to do is all that extra shit. And I believe in that, man. I believe in the talent, but I also believe in listening. You know? Yeah, I believe we got the talent, man. I believe they will take that Naga going off and they'll be like, yo, I think brothers will be like, that's what I'm talking about. And I think sisters will be like, yo, this nigga's too much. Just the way we like it. All right, I could work with that.
So I'm currently having a flare up.
No. Only thing we're doing over here is rehearsing. Like, we're not doing any technicals, man. No technicals. We're just rehearsing. All right? I ain't coming up with shit. We're rehearsing. Because you need practice to not curse. You know? That's what you need. Can you be Manny the Manipulator without cursing so much? You know? I want to play triggering videos for you to trigger your cursing. Can you handle yourself? That's the problem. Yeah, this nigga. Yeah, this nigga's a horrible dude, man.
Journey on here with you guys. I thought that I could make a video of my symptoms and stuff like that.
This nigga, man.
This video may can help somebody. So I'm super tired because I've been up all night in pain. And that's why my eyes are kind of low. I'm having bad pelvic pain. I'm very nauseous and leg pain, and everything is like on my right side. It's always just like one side for me, which is like very weird. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I have no energy. This is one of the days that I have to like keep pushing through because I have things to get done. So yeah, that sucks.
I gotta keep pushing through. You know? That's the position she put her life in. Nobody to care for her ass. She gotta keep pushing through. It is what it is.
So yeah, that sucks when you just have like random flare-ups. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh boy. Has anyone ever gone to the ER for endometriosis flare-ups? Because I think I'm gonna have to do that. And a part of me feels like I'm being dramatic. I always feel like I'm being dramatic. But when I tell you guys I can't get up from my bed, my face feels so swollen. My body feels swollen. I can't stand up for more than 10-15 minutes at a time. And I had to lay down. I get dizzy. I have nausea. I had like chills last night. So all of this is coming from me not being on birth control.
There you have it, guys.
Right? So all of this is coming from me not being on birth control. And I had to wait. So has anybody ever been to the ER for these flare-ups?
So, what does that mean? That means that she's been on birth control for so long, trying to block this stuff, that she might have missed her, or missed her birth control, or didn't fill a prescription or whatever, And now her body is operating like a natural woman. See, I need you guys to understand this part. She has gotten off the birth control. Now her body is functioning like a natural woman with the condition. But she was supposed to be able to be used to this by now because she was never supposed to be on the birth control. And she's not supposed to be going to the ER by herself because she's supposed to be with a man and somebody taking care of her and that loves her and can understand her condition. But she would rather hide that so she can fuck niggas for money on her good days. All right?
Hey, little miss, thought you was gonna have your good girls' night out tonight. Oh, watch out that night. You're a little hunched up. I don't want you to jerk on my shoes. All right. Yeah, now, I bet you Pepper get now, ain't it, girl? Uh-huh. Your uterus, she about ready to snatch it on out and throw it on up in the trash. Uh-huh. Yeah. You got pain in your ovaries? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Oh, stab you? Oh, shit. You got those ridiculous butt cramps, don't you, girl? I know. Now, I'm sorry to tell you, look like you're about 3 months pregnant today. Now, I know you're not pregnant. You probably ain't even ate today. I know you probably need to go in the kitchen, get you something to eat. Go ahead. You can throw up, ain't you? Oh, shit. Don't pass out while you in there now, girl. You know what we should do for fun? Let's go to the emergency room because, I mean, what they gonna do? Just look at us and pump us up with some morphine, girl, to act like they don't know what's going on? Ooh. You forgot what you was about to do, huh? You finna lay down because you ain't going nowhere, girl. Go on, lay down.
It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games, guys. But it ain't that funny. See? Reason why I do this shit is because when you see bitches on the internet, you see them in their glory. And you be like, damn, is this a superhuman bitch? Are these bitches really that powerful? Hell no. They got a pussy. Yo, I was just watching TV the other day. I was sitting there saying to myself, I'm sitting there watching TV and I'm saying to myself, HD Live, I'm sitting there saying to myself, son, I'm watching these fucking, the sheriff with the shooting and all that other shit and all this wild shit and all this. Everything I watch a bitch outrun this man and all this wild, just some wild shit. And I said, well, hold the fuck up. They want you to think these bitches ain't got no pussy. That's the wildest shit they fucked you niggas heads up. They want you to think these women ain't got no pussy. In the black community, we fuck pussy. We destroy pussy. Fuck you mean? And these bitches know it. Why are we acting like, they are equal or could outdo a man? They have fucked you niggas up. They've taken your mindset away from believing a woman has a pussy. Where you believe this bitch is an equal person towards you. They've made you say, oh, pussy don't matter. That's what they've done to you. And they even say, oh, all you niggas care about is pussy. You fucking right. That's the only weapon you got, bitch, that you willing to throw out. But when you care about pussy the way us brothers do, they say, oh, y'all niggas ain't shit. Well, hold on. Am I supposed to believe that you don't have a pussy, but you use it to fleece men? Nah, oh, hell no. This is war. This is love and war. This is pussy. Fucking kidding me, man. I don't know what they've done to the brothers. Shit is wild, making men believe that, oh, if she fuck you, then she just turned you out. What? That shit is crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, man. That shit crazy. All right, we'll come back at 12, man.